Hello, everyone. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. We're live at our store in Ocoee, Florida. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share where we bring you something fresh and new every year. I want to show you this. We're going back to the roots. You see this picture with the roots? We're going back to the roots, and this is the one and only.
Gotta go to the roots.
One and only, Bazi. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling very wonderful. Thank you.
So what?
I'm just
How do you feel
playing
about? I mean,
accent.
you got on kente, you got on a
Yes.
necklace. I'm just feeling this.
I feel like I've been baptized today. Baptized in African culture, music. You had some wonderful music playing, art. And what I really enjoyed the most about it, Evelyn, was I came and supported you, and then you turned around and blessed me. So it was a whole experience.
It's a whole, and you didn't have to share that because when I give, I feel your energy, and I said, you know what, he's gonna be out there, and I always was shown if you're gonna give somebody, give them your best. Don't give them something that you don't really care about no more. Give them your best. Sow your best seed. But I want to let everybody know who's never been here before, who don't know me, who's never seen my stores. How did you feel about hopping from store to store to store to store to store?
Well, first of all, I've been around since you opened your first store.
Yes.
So to see the growth, you as an African-American entrepreneur in my area, in my town, I'm very proud of you and what you're doing in our community and what you represent.
Wow.
You're very kind, customer service. You fitted me for this in like, it didn't even take 5 minutes.
He goes, I'm gonna interrupt him. He goes, where's your tape measure? You need to know my measurements. I'm like, no, I don't need your measurements.
I'll be right back. and that's how it is in Africa. They don't do all that. They just look at you and come back. But you bless me. How does it feel? It feels great because, like I said, I was looking for something to wear. I was looking for jewelry. I got everything that I wanted. I got this beautiful piece.
Except pillows. You already had pillows.
Except pillows. I already had pillows. I got some mud cloth. That's very beautiful.
That's my favorite cloth.
I have some artwork. I have a picture of an elephant that's going to go up in my living room. I invested
Yes,
in
you
some
did.
artwork.
That's right.
And I feel good about it because I wanted to turn my living room at least, or a part of my house into an African experience to let the people know.
Now, what about Mary? Talk about Mary.
I was going to get to Mary. I'm putting Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. A lot of people, if you know me, you know that I'm a graduate and alum of the great Bethune-Cookman University. And I found a picture in a nice frame of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune with one of her quotes saying that invest in a young person because they may just be a diamond in the rough. And I'm gonna hang her up on my wall of education. I'm doing a collection of people in my family and friends in their cap and gowns. So far it's just me and my mom because I just started. But everybody that I get a picture of in cap and gown is going on that wall, and I'm gonna put Dr. Bethune at the top.
And you know what I love about her? Youngest of 16 children. Had a straight A student all her life and couldn't get a job teaching. So what'd she do? She built the school.
Created her own school with $1.50.
And some sweet
Five
potato
little girls,
pies.
Faith in God. And she was selling sweet potato pies. And she went on to meet people like Henry Flagler, Mr. White from the White Sewing Company, all types of big wig and movers and shakers of that time to invest and help her with founding a school that has grown over the years, and I'm so proud to be a graduate of Bethune-Cookman. So,
And what I love about her is that the Tuskegee Airmen still acknowledge her. We have one up in Claremont. He's 103. And he said if it wasn't for Mary Bethune-McLeod, it wouldn't be no Tuskegee Airmen.
That's right.
She rubbed elbows with Eleanor, President Eleanor's wife.
Well,
said,
listen
hey.
to this. Listen to this. I was blown away because as soon as you turn on the new movie with Kerry Washington honoring that all women's unit,
Yes.
which is Black History. I'm a big history guy, so I'm gonna get to some more of that. But you brought up Tuskegee Airmen. Mary McLeod Bethune went to help push to get the Tuskegee Airmen started, but the way they did it, she convinced Eleanor, First Lady Roosevelt.
Yes.
She went to Alabama got in the plane with one of the Tuskegee Airmen because they said they couldn't fly.
Right.
So she got in the plane.
2/3 of a brain.
They got them to take her up in the air and flew her around and landed her safely without permission from the president or anybody. She just did it on her own. But she said, I guess she was like, if they take me up and we can land safe, then they can fly.
Exactly.
So that broke that stereotype and that myth. And to mention the Tuskegee Airmen, I also bought a Tuskegee Airmen sweatshirt. I bought a bunch of stuff.
You did. I mean, and I'm going to tell you, there's no store like ours. Even if I didn't own the store, I don't even like to say I own the store. I am a servant.
You share.
I'm a servant of, I'm just a inspirational
you got the
person.
Nine,
you know what I mean?
You got the Divine Nine. You got the HBCUs in there representing. You're selling merchandise and product that we can be proud of as a people.
Yes.
So I'm wearing this.
But to wear that, I mean, just to get that and see that, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a high profit item, but everything is not about a profit. Most of my things that I sell is about education, knowing that you can do it. And then if you have that one gift and you do something else, you bought a necklace and you said, what did you say when you bought that necklace?
It's not just jewelry, it's artwork. I invested in it, but it just feels good.
But he also said, can you tighten it up a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Can you alter it a little bit? And guess what?
Alter it a little bit and fix it up. You put a clamp on there. You strengthen up the strap. I said, I don't want to lose this bad
No,
boy.
we restrung the whole necklace.
Is real.
Put great new hardware on it.
It's real brass.
Restrung it, and it's all authentic. All the beads are authentic, handmade from Gambia, Togo, and Ghana. A combination of everything. And I mean, if you like to laugh, this brother here can make you laugh and he can make you dance. I mean, he was the only person that would come out. I'm gonna tell you something. We used to go to nightclubs, still go to I don't still go to nightclubs, but
listen,
but we used to party with this brother, man. We used to party.
If they cut the check, I go.
They cut the check.
I know who I am and whose I am, and wherever I go, that's my territory. God has already blessed it, and wherever I set foot, I'm gonna be all right. So,
and he speak out on things.
Most of the time when
you're not quiet.
No, when I do events, it's a blessing. Like you said, I'm here to be a servant as well. I'm doing an event next Saturday on the 26th at the Night Shade Lounge on Church Street here in Orlando. Which is black owned also, by the way.
Amen.
And we're doing an event with Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. They're having an event and they're raising money for a battered and homeless women's shelter.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
We partying, but we raising money. We doing something positive in the community. The D9 does a lot of things for the community, and they need to be acknowledged for that. We always talk about when something bad happens, but we never talk about the millions and billions of dollars raised for scholarships, health, business. I saw the Deltas in this area give away thousands, probably close to $1 million in money to support black businesses.
Wow.
And all they had to do was apply, and the Deltas got together and gave this money at a luncheon so the black businesses can get supported. So we moving and shaking in the community. On May the 10th, I'm doing an event. I'm hosting the Odessa Chambliss Foundation's fundraiser. They're having a brunch May the 10th, and it's being put on by none other than Miss Lucille O'Neal.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know who Lucille O'Neal is, that's Shaquille O'Neal's mom. As you can see, Shaq is a product of a great woman.
Yes.
His mom got him on the right path. And if you put a young person on the right path and raise them right, look what can happen when they meet success. Shaq ain't out there just blowing his money. He's doing positive things. He's putting people to work. He's doing stuff in the community. And he's on everything and selling everything.
Yes. Office Depot, pizza, everything.
Pizza, he's selling Domino's,
Ink.
pizzas, cruises.
And you know what I love about Miss O'Neal?
Icy hot.
When I was young and up and coming, I've been in business now 38 years. So you seen me when I was under a tree at Edenville at the Zora Neale Hurston Festival. I didn't have a rack. I was hanging my stuff on a tree. So after 38 years, but Miss O'Neal, she had me to make one of her formal outfits one time. And I had to stand on a chair because she's
Yeah,
very
she's very
tall.
tall.
And I made an outfit for this most prestigious woman, and she gave me one of the books for Shaq she had wrote for Shaq about how they could barely pay for the bus, the city bus, and she needed him to get in a free ticket, and they said he was too tall to be a minor. So she had to take his license everywhere, his
Wow.
ID, not his
Right.
license. She had to
'Cause
take
they
his
didn't
birth
believe her.
certificate everywhere to get the discount to get on the city bus so she could afford to get around town. So it just shows you with the faith, like you said, that the dwelling of your ancestors. That's what I love about you picking out this outfit, because you're saying this is who I am.
This one.
These are what our colors are. This is what it means. And nobody can take that from us. And if you come into one of my stores, if it's here or even in Georgia, Albany, Georgia, we will tailor it to you. You will not buy off the rack. If it needs to be shortened, hem, taken up, we want you to feel the luxury of if you went to Africa and you got something custom made.
This real deal.
This is the real deal, Holyfield.
this ain't
We
for
stand
play.
behind our product.
And when you look at her label, it says Evelyn's Creation. It don't say, and this ain't no diss on them, but this don't say made in China. This
Right.
is authentic. She go to Africa and, oh, I can't wait. I forgot all the stuff about the mud cloth.
And I'm gonna tell you, when I
real
go to
money.
Africa, in fact, when he came in today, he met one of the suppliers that actually go get the things in Africa, put them on the trailer, the big trailers that's on the back of the semis. He makes sure it's loaded up. Then he fly back to Atlanta. Then either he come and bring it to me, or I meet him on the highway and we get all around and we buy the whole van. So he actually got to see a brother that actually goes and do the legwork. So everything
make
is
it happen,
authentic. This
yeah.
is crazy. Everything it's a good crazy, or they say good trouble. But we have to show our own things. And if we don't, guess what? Other cultures will duplicate it, and you won't know what's real and what's not. Because they can make everything that I make, they can make it. But you know what they told me when I worked in New York as a designer? They said, you just keep on designing. They can't copy everything you make. They might get one or two, but if you keep on sewing, they can't make it. So even like this
What Marvin
necklace here,
Gaye- what
that's
Marvin Gaye-
one of a kind,
When
huh?
Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell say, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. You, listen, you can fake it all you want, but let me tell you, I'd rather wear this than some expensive jewelry, because this is my people. This is us. I'm comfortable in what I have on. This is not a costume. This is who I am. This is how we get down in Africa. And they'll tell you all types of stories and myths about how we look, how we dress, how we carry ourselves. Listen, there's beautiful people in Africa who dress beautifully. Our culture is beautiful. And what I love about my people, and I'm not knocking or dissing nobody else, but when we put it on, we put it on.
It's flavor.
Have you ever seen somebody in the military that was black that put on a uniform? When we put it on, you ever seen a black Marine in his dress blues? Now, I ain't saying the other Marines of other cultures don't look good in there.
Right.
Because all Marines, they look good. They
They
sharp.
sharp to the teeth.
But have you ever seen a brother in some dress blue? Come on.
The steps,
Have you ever seen
the
us in a
shoulders,
cowboy
the
hat
arms, the
and some
swing,
cowboy
you know?
boots? It's something about us and fashion. We can put it on when we put it on. So I feel good in this. I feel like I look good in this. I'm comfortable. I could wear this to church. I could wear this to a formal event.
And it's not February.
And it's not, no. Listen, our history is too big and too great to be contained in 1 month. Especially the shortest month of the year, which is my birthday month, by the way. But we have too much that we've contributed to this country and to the world.
And this is the thing. When we have Black History Month, that's just a time we come together and acknowledge it. That doesn't mean that you can only wear it in 1 month.
No.
It's just like, some people think it's like a Christmas tree. Only want ornaments in Christmas time. But there are stores that sell Christmas ornaments all year. So we sell it all year. It's part of our culture. It's part of our history. And my big thing about being in the mall is because it's where most of our kids hang out.
Yeah.
And if the kids don't see black businesses in the mall, they'll never think they can be in the mall. They'll never think they could make it. They'll never think that they could be able to spend money with their own Not saying we don't. I mean, I have every nationality buy from me.
She's got 5 stores, y'all. Oh, y'all, the gallery.
Talk about the gallery.
Like I said, when I walked in the gallery, I felt like I had been baptized. And then I
Baptized by who now? And what?
baptized by our ancestors.
That's a good one.
I felt like I connected.
They're all in there.
Immediately when I walked in, I connected. And it was black art, it's black excellence, it's black history, it's black education, the animals from Africa. That's where I got the picture of Dr. Bethune from the art gallery. And I bought this beautiful picture of an elephant. But there are all types of history that I'm gonna be back. There's a picture of the Tuskegee Airmen in there I wanna get.
And there's original.
It's
all those men,
original,
those are all
man.
Original. You can see their faces. It's not just a painted picture of Tuskegee Airmen.
It's
It's uniform Tuskegee. A lot of Tuskegee Airmen in there.
The whole unit, before they went off the war, I guess they took this picture, but
The 32nd, 332nd, yes.
You got stuff about the Buffalo Soldiers. It's just, it's really great to see. And know that if I want something African, or I want some African art, or I want something to decorate at my house, I know where to come.
Now, people ask me, how do you keep the art gallery open? There's a white guy in St. Augustine that told me, the way you keep your gallery open, you open it for people who can appreciate art. And if you're back there, you're painting or you're doing things with your gallery, you won't go out of business. So we have the gallery by appointment. It's open all the time that we're open, but if you want to go in and really look at art, and you can have it like to your whole self, you can go in the gallery, and whatever piece you looking for, it's gonna come right
That's
to
how
you.
I was in there by myself. Wasn't nobody trying to get nobody attention. Your uncle took me in there.
He's a historian. Mhm.
He's a historian, so he was breaking a lot down. So if you go in there with Unc gonna give it to you. But not only that, but he was attentive to what I wanted. He didn't rush me. He didn't say, I gotta go in there. No, he let me take my time. And I wasn't even going in there to buy nothing. I was going in there just to look. But I was like, I gotta have that picture.
It's a hidden gem. When you go in there,
It's beautiful.
some people go in and they automatically start crying because they say, how did they hide all this from us? But you gotta be hungry for it. When you're hungry for it, it's gonna lead you to it.
Are, you will find it and it will find you. But when you know who you are, you know what you're looking for. You know the feeling that you want. And when I saw that picture of that elephant that I bought,
Yes.
I was like, when people come in my
It's
house.
a big elephant too.
When people come in my house and see that elephant, it's going to speak to them the way that picture spoke to me. That's what I'm believing.
And the elephant represents long life, not only long life, but prosperity. So it's one of the big 5 in
Big
South
tusk.
Africa. Yeah, one of the big 5. I mean, and when you're in South Africa, and you could be just like in a little truck, and there's a big elephant right behind you, and they're quiet. The big as they are, they're quiet walkers, and they're just there, and they're just eating, and they're just minding their own business.
Right.
You don't bother them, they don't bother you. But you know what? I just want to thank you for all you did for our community over the years.
Thank you.
You've always been true to yourself. You've always just lifted us up. Whether you on the radio or we see you online or whatever, you just been the life of the party. And I love that you never forget about Bethune-Cookman.
No, that's
One of
my
our
school.
HBCUs right here. We got
That's my
4
school.
HBCUs in the state of Florida. But Bethune-Cookman is the closest, and you're a product of that school. And I just want you to know how much we appreciate you and just keeping us in the forefront.
Shout out to Ed Waters. Shout out to Florida Memorial. Shout out to FAMU.
Yes.
Shout out to, and also, of course, all my Wildcat family out there. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman.
Yes, and you went to a black school. How was the high school, right?
I went to Jones High School, absolutely. Another bedrock of history, black history. Some great people have graduated from that school and gone on to do great things, but we had teachers that were legendary. So I was blessed. I marched in the band under the direction of Mr. James Chief Wilson, who taught me a lot just about who I was and how I was to conduct myself in the community. And when I left home and went to college and other places, I already had a head start on certain things that they had to teach other kids. I already knew because
Wow.
of Chief. So I'm very fortunate to grow up where I grew up and go through schools like Jones High School and Bethune-Cookman. Come
Well,
on, man.
thank you so much, and all you do for the community. Don't forget about Sigma Gamma Rho coming up on the 26th. They're gonna have a big event. He's gonna be there. It's a fundraiser. So go help the poodle dogs, right? The
That's
poodle dogs.
right, the poodles. All right.
Okay,
SP Rose.
thank you. And you just been, I'm glad you did this for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you and all you do. Much success.
I gotta
May the
go,
wings of
I
God
gotta
protect
go.
you, because
Thank
you ride a bike like I ride a bike.
Yeah.
And we're cyclists, so cyclists, that means we're creative. We got to get it done. We got to get it done.
I gotta go back and go and make the money. I done spent all this money, man. I got to go.
And
I
it's going
gotta
to come
go
back
get some stuff.
tenfold, because when you sow a
I
seed, it come
believe
back
that. I
tenfold.
believe that. And that's why they call it currency. 'Cause
That's
it
right.
flows.
It's got to be current.
So may some blessings flow to you as well.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.